cool thing about it is that it's pretty interactive. Like if you're just standing there taking photos on your phone to post something on Instagram, you'll probably get a dancing woman coming and starting gyrating on your leg.
Hey, this is Robert Morris from the Virginian-Pilot, and Paul's back again for another dose of things that you can get out of the house and attend. We're here on location at Scope Arena in downtown Norfolk, next to this awesome fountain that's causing some noise behind me. Just want to let you know what that is. We're here, of course, because it is the biggest event of the Virginia Arts Festival season, the Virginia International Tattoo. We always got to mention this isn't the kind of tattoo with ink and tough guys and no sleeves. This is the kind of tattoo with military marching bands from all around the world. So of course you're going to get some cultural flavor, you're going to get a lot of drums, you're going to get a lot of patriotism. The event itself runs 7:30 p.m. Thursday through Saturday and 2:30 p.m. Sunday, but the event it's just part of what goes on, man. Because aside from getting the ticket to go inside the scope and check out all the bands performing and dancing and all the patriotic maneuverings that they do, this thing really takes over downtown Norfolk for about half of a week in every spring. The performance itself is this year honoring the Vietnam veterans who fought gallantly and patriotically in that war. There's going to be a replica of the Vietnam War Memorial that's in D.C. down here. But again, most of the spectacle is just people doing their thing. Also, if you don't really want to pay money to see this thing, one of the cool things about the tattoo is they've got this event called the Hullabaloo. It happens 2 hours prior to every event, so it should be 5:30 Thursday through Saturday, and then 12:30 p.m. on Sunday. But it's just an outdoor gathering here in the Scope Plaza, where you've got different military bands, you've got like Irish dancers, you've got plenty of food vendors, you've got other things like that I can't even think of, but it's pretty cool. One of the fun things about the Hullabaloo isn't necessarily what you see or what you can eat and drink, but it's kind of what you can do. Like what I like to do with my friends is get our camera phones and try to get as many photos with weird people as we can. Not weird necessarily as in strange, bizarre people, but just as in different people from different cultures, different looks, different clothing. Like last year I got a photo of these two guys that looked like Tweedledee and Tweedledum wearing clothes from like the 16th century. I hadn't seen that before. It was fun. I recommend you do the same, but be polite, of course, because these people are here probably on their own dime, or at least the government's dime. There are some other patriotic events you can do this weekend, or maybe I should say international events. Saturday at 10 a.m. is the NATO parade. This thing happens every spring. You know it's a big to-do. It winds all through downtown Norfolk, starts, actually I don't know where it starts, but it starts in downtown Norfolk. It ain't that big, you'll find it. That starts again at 10 a.m. After that, from 11:30 a.m. to 5 p.m., you can go over to Town Point Park and you've got the NATO Festival, which again brings together all these different cultures and people from around the world and food and dancing again and all that. It's the kind of thing that preaches unity and togetherness that we rarely see any place other than a parade or a festival. I mean, again, this week it's all tattoos, so come down here, check it out, drive by, you'll at least see some stuff. But again, if you don't like any of this stuff, you're just not into patriotism or you don't like military music, it's understandable. We'll close this out just as we do every week with movies. We're going to highlight 3 films this week that are kind of interesting. Maybe not necessarily the biggest releases, but interesting. The first is called The Other Woman. This stars Cameron Diaz, Leslie Mann, you might know her as the annoying lady in all those Judd Apatow movies, and Kate Upton, who most of you know as the curvy model on the cover of the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issues. Anyways, they find out that they're all sleeping with the same guy. They get annoyed, they drink wine, they band together, they plot revenge on this guy who's got a handsome face but no celebrity status. I don't know what his name is. It's predictable. You know what's going to happen. The only question is which one of these girls is going to end up with the guy at the end, because you know one of them will. They always do. So. Another film that we're going to point out is Brick Mansions. This is a typical thing. It's about an undercover cop in war-torn part of Detroit who's trying to get a crime boss. The interesting thing about Brick Mansions, though, is one of the final roles that Paul Walker shot before he died. Now, Paul Walker, of course, from the Fast and Furious franchise, died last year while racing in Los Angeles. So if you like him, if you're a big fan, this is one of the final chances you're going to see of him in a new movie. And the third film that I'm going to highlight, maybe it's just a personal bias here, but it's called Under the Skin. It's kind of an indie film. It stars Scarlett Johansson as an alien who came to Earth, particularly Scotland, and her whole thing is seducing men so she can eat them or have them or possess them somehow. I really don't know what she does. Frankly, it just looks interesting because it's a very sensual, seductive role with Scarlett Johansson, who's probably one of the sexiest women on the planet. So you can't go wrong. And it is, I gotta warn, it is a little arty for people because it's actually being called the most similar thing to a Kubrick film since Kubrick. So there you have it. I don't care about that. I just want to see some ScarJo. Again, that's what we got going on this weekend in our video. If none of this tripped your trigger, go over to hamptonroads.com, check out all the events we've got listed there, or pick up the latest issue of Pulse and find our calendar where we've got more than enough things for you to do. Until next time, later.